My child, the moment you were born was not ordinary. Don't skip, because what you were told is only a fragment of the truth. There is a hidden part of your beginning that even your mother never spoke of, not because she wanted to lie, but because the weight of that truth would have shaken your soul before it was ready to carry it. Stay right here, because Archangel Michael has been sent with a message that can no longer wait. Every second you listen is a thread being pulled from the veil that once covered your origin. You were not born into this world by accident. You were launched into a war zone, a battlefield of light and darkness, and your cry at birth echoed far louder in the spirit realm than it did in the hospital room. They heard it, the ones who feared your rising, the ones who saw your name written in heaven's scrolls, the ones who trembled at the sound of your destiny unlocking. Don't skip, because even as you were wrapped in a blanket of innocence, a war had already begun for your identity. This is not something you can walk away from. It's the very reason your life has been marked by battles. Others don't understand. Heaven says, your mother felt it. She may have called it fear or pain, but what she carried was not just a child. It was a prophetic torch meant to ignite regions of darkness. And that's why the enemy came for you early. Comment blessed and ready to receive if you know this message is piercing your spirit. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Anointed Echo for more divine messages like this. Stay right here. You see, what really happened the day you were born was more spiritual than physical. While nurses smiled and congratulated, there was another set of beings watching. Heavenly watchers, assigned to guard you, and demonic forces, assigned to eliminate you. There were complications, weren't there? Your mother may have told you it was a long labor, a strange delay, a sudden emergency, but what she didn't know is that angels were fighting to keep you alive. Psalm 91:11 says, "For he shall give his angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways." Now like this video, and type the word "covered" in the comments if you believe God has preserved you since day one. Archangel Michael says, the first time you opened your eyes, your name trembled the gates of hell. This is why you've always felt different. This is why you were misunderstood. This is why the enemy didn't wait until you were grown. He tried to break you as a baby, through rejection, through abandonment, through fear that soaked into the walls of your childhood home. Don't skip, because the very person who raised you may have never known the full assignment on your life. And if they did, they may have been afraid of it. Some even tried to stop it, unintentionally. They saw you struggle and assumed you were just sensitive, weak, too emotional. But what they didn't see is that you were being spiritually hunted. Like, subscribe, and tell someone in the comments. This message was waiting for me, because today the veil is being torn. What really happened the day you were born was not medical, it was spiritual. The warfare wasn't just on your body, it was after your mantle. Stay till the end, because this is the hour of clarity. Archangel Michael says, your life has been a threat since birth. This is why some family members turned cold toward you, why jealousy followed you, even when you had nothing, why certain people felt uneasy around you. They sensed something ancient on you, something they couldn't explain, and it scared them. Don't skip now, because the full truth is unraveling. You were marked for divine appointment before your mother even knew she was pregnant. The day you were born, the enemy wrote your name down too, not to honor it, but to hunt it. But God intercepted that plan. That's why you survived the accidents, the betrayals, the depression, that night when you almost gave up. That wasn't random. Like and subscribe to Anointed Echo, because what's coming next will confirm what your spirit has always felt. There was a shadow present in that hospital room. Someone near your mother wasn't supposed to be there. They smiled, they blessed the baby, but in their heart, they cursed your name. It wasn't just a jealous relative, it was a vessel being used by darkness to speak death over your beginning. But God cancelled it. Isaiah 54:17 says, "No weapon formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue that rises against you in judgment you shall condemn." Now I want you to like this video and comment divine covering if you believe no curse spoken over your life shall ever stand. Keep listening. Archangel Michael says, "You were wrapped not just in a baby blanket, you were wrapped in a prophecy." Your cries that day weren't ordinary. They carried sound waves that stirred realms. Some heard a baby, heaven heard a warrior, hell heard a threat. That's why the chaos began. Even as a toddler, things felt heavy. You were a magnet for misunderstanding. You felt invisible in rooms full of people and loved ones. Sometimes they hurt you the most. But you need to know this now. You weren't abandoned. You were being consecrated. God was keeping you hidden. Not because you weren't ready, but because the world wasn't ready for what you carry. Don't skip, because the day you were born was a declaration of war against generational curses, against ancestral altars, against bloodline battles that others accepted. But you were born to destroy. Stay till the end, because this message is your confirmation, the one your spirit has been waiting for. You always wondered why your life felt like a contradiction. Gifted, yet attacked. Called, yet overlooked. Blessed, yet broken. But now it makes sense, doesn't it? Your life was never meant to follow the crowd. You were born as a divine interruption, a breaker of patterns, a voice for your generation. Don't just listen, engage, like this message. Subscribe to Anointed Echo and write "chosen from birth" in the comments. If this is confirming your inner knowing, more is coming, and when I continue, you will hear the part that will explain why certain memories from your early childhood were buried. You will understand the dreams, the attacks, the resistance you felt since you were old enough to think. Stay with me, because what you're about to hear next will answer a question you've been carrying for years. Why does it feel like certain memories of your childhood are foggy? Why do you feel like something dark happened, but you can't fully remember it? Archangel Michael says, it was not your imagination. Your mind did not block it out by accident. It was divine mercy. There was a moment in your early years where evil tried to stamp you with fear. Someone near you, trusted, loved, respected, spoke or did something that planted confusion in your spirit. It may have been subtle, a look, a word, a tone, but it wasn't just human. It was spiritual warfare using flesh. Don't skip. The enemy knew that if he couldn't kill you, he would try to mark your soul with rejection so deep you'd self-destruct later. But it didn't work, even with the pain. Even with the nights you cried as a child with no words to explain why, God kept your spirit intact. You're still here, and not just alive. You're awakening. Right now I want you to like this video, subscribe to Anointed Echo, and write in the comments, "I'm breaking out," because what was buried in darkness is being exposed by light. Heaven says that invisible weight you've carried all your life. It came from the day you were born into a spiritual inheritance that was both divine and dangerous. The enemy has always known what you were destined to become. That's why every time you tried to rise, something tried to crush you. Every relationship that turned suddenly, every friend that betrayed you with no reason, every time you got close to breakthrough and it slipped from your hands, it wasn't just life, it was war. Archangel Michael says, the reason your life has been filled with almosts and not yets is because you were sent to shatter delay. Your life is the answer to the prayers. Your bloodline forgot how to pray. Stay till the end, because the day you were born, the heavens rejoiced. And the enemy panicked. He sent watchers to monitor you. He assigned familiar spirits to study your weaknesses. And every time you grew spiritually, they tried to tempt you emotionally. Don't skip, because what you need to hear now is this. You've already survived what was supposed to end you. Isaiah 43:2 says, when you pass through the waters, I will be with you, and through the rivers, they shall not overflow you. Now like this video, if that verse hit your spirit, and comment, I survived. If you know God pulled you through what should have drowned you. Listen, what your mother never told you was not always her fault. There were things she sensed during your delivery that terrified her. She may have never said it out loud, but there were dreams, shadows, strange emotions during your pregnancy that made her feel uneasy, because she was carrying not just a baby, but a disruptor of darkness. And the spirits that tormented her lineage knew it. That's why fear surrounded her. Why some people around her discouraged the pregnancy. Why she was emotionally distant or unstable at times. You weren't just fighting for life inside the womb. You were breaking ancestral chains before your lungs ever took their first breath. Don't skip, because you need to know this. You weren't just born, you were sent. There's a difference. Being born means you arrived. Being sent means you were assigned. Archangel Michael says, your assignment carries weight. That's why life has always felt heavy. Even in joy you feel the pull of something deeper, more serious. That's your calling. That's your spirit. Remembering the day you were sent into the earth to change something no one else could. Like and subscribe to Anointed Echo if you feel this unlocking something inside you. Write in the comments, I am an assignment. You were never meant to blend in. That's why loneliness became your companion, because most people couldn't handle the weight of your soul. They misunderstood your silence. They misread your heart, but you were never supposed to walk like the crowd. Stay till the end, because what's coming next is the part you were never supposed to know. But God says now is the time. There was someone in your family line who tried to silence this calling. It may have been a grandparent, a parent, or even further back. But they saw the call on your life before you were even born. And instead of covering it, they feared it. They tried to pray it away, suppress it, ignore it, because they knew what happened to others who carried mantles like yours. They were hunted, isolated, attacked. So they thought they were protecting you by denying the truth. But heaven never stopped writing your story. God kept you, even when they tried to rewrite the script, even when they tried to hand you a lesser identity, even when they said, "You're just like so-and-so." God whispered, "No, they are unlike any before." Don't skip, because right now, heaven is turning the page. You are no longer the silent one. You are the voice. You are the revelation. You are the shift. Comment, "My bloodline breaker moment," if this message is confirming your purpose in this generation. Listen, you always wondered why mirrors made you emotional, why you sometimes looked at yourself and felt like someone else was staring back. That's because your spirit has been waiting for the real you to awaken. The enemy didn't just attack your life. He attacked your identity. He tried to rename you through trauma, through rejection, through abuse. But your true name, your divine name, has been preserved in heaven. And guess what? Revelation 2:17 says, "To the one who overcomes, I will give a white stone with a new name written on it, known only to the one who receives it." Now like this video and comment, "I receive my name," if you know you're stepping into your true identity today. Archangel Michael says, "The truth about your birth is the key to your breakthrough," because the enemy's first attack is always at the origin. And if he can make you question your beginning, he'll try to make you forfeit your destiny. But that ends now. You were sent to reveal glory, to carry light, to release truth into dry places. And the fight you've survived is proof of what you carry. Don't skip, because I haven't finished telling you the whole truth yet. There is still a revelation coming about what was said the moment you entered this world. A sentence, a word, a blessing, or a curse. But heaven is reversing it now. Stay till the end, because the spoken word over your life is being rewritten by the voice of God. Don't move, because what you're about to hear will shatter every false label that's ever been placed on you. Archangel Michael says, "The moment you were born, a sentence was spoken in the unseen realm, and that sentence set the tone for your early years. It might have sounded like a joke to others, a careless remark from someone in the room, a whisper you were too young to understand. But it wasn't just a word, it was a weapon. Someone may have said, 'This child will never,' or 'they're going to end up just like,' or worse, 'they should have never been born.' Don't skip, because heaven heard those words too. And while man used them to curse, God turned them into fuel. The lie spoken over your crib has now become the fire in your bones. Like this video right now, and subscribe to Anointed Echo, because this part of your life needs to be covered with divine affirmation. Write in the comments, "God has the final word." That's right, because the final word over your life doesn't come from people. It comes from the throne room. Archangel Michael says, "The reason why you've had to fight so hard for peace is because your existence itself is a contradiction to every curse spoken before you. You weren't born into peace. You were born to bring it. You weren't born into healing. You were born to start it." Don't skip. Every delay in your childhood, every no when you prayed for simple things, every season where it felt like others were chosen and you were forgotten, It was not punishment. It was preparation. Heaven couldn't let you be distracted. You were born for clarity, born to lead, born to break every generational silence that's kept your bloodline in spiritual chains. And that's why some people always seem to misunderstand you. Even as a child, you were too deep, too quiet, too sensitive, too gifted, too different. They didn't know how to explain you, so they tried to contain you. But now you know why. Because you weren't made to be explained. You were made to be revealed. Say it aloud as you type it in the comments. I am God's revelation. And don't forget, like this video, subscribe, and stay with me. Because I'm about to tell you what the enemy hoped you'd never find out. Archangel Michael says, there is a hidden covenant tied to your birth. Some of you were born into families where witchcraft, ancestral worship, or bloodline covenants existed, and you didn't ask for it. You didn't know it, but you've carried the spiritual warfare from it. This is why your dreams have been strange since childhood, why sleep was always a war zone, why you sensed things in the room others couldn't. Because you've been breaking things in your bloodline without knowing it. Don't skip. You were born to interrupt every dark covenant tied to your name. And even now the residue of those curses is falling off of you. In the name of Jesus, your birth is redeemed. Your identity is sealed. Your future is untouchable. Deuteronomy 23:5 says, nevertheless, the Lord your God would not listen to Balaam, but the Lord your God turned the curse into a blessing for you, because the Lord your God loves you. Now like this video if you know God has flipped the curse. And comment, my birth is a blessing. You need to understand, every time you cried as a child for no reason, every time you felt like you didn't belong, every time you wanted to be seen but were ignored, those were signs. Heaven was marking you, because your life is a signal to the spirit realm. When you walk into a room, spirits get disturbed, because you carry divine disruption in your DNA. Don't skip, because this isn't just a message, it's an unveiling. It's the moment heaven removes the last layer of confusion over your origin. There was a reason why people tried to make you small, why you were guilted for speaking truth, why you were called too much or too intense. Because when you speak, strongholds begin to shake. Even as a child, your words held weight. Archangel Michael says, you were born with divine boldness, but life tried to make you timid. But you're getting it back now. Your fire, your confidence, your clarity. It's returning. Like and subscribe to Anointed Echo right now. And comment, I'm getting me back. Because the false identity they gave you is falling off. Heaven is saying, you are not what they called you. You are what I named you. You're not the black sheep. You're the chosen seed. You're not the afterthought. You're the blueprint. You're not the outcast. You're the anchor. And from this moment on, you walk with the full awareness that what happened the day you were born was not a random event. It was divine warfare, divine preservation, and divine prophecy unfolding all at once. Don't skip now, because I'm about to tell you what the enemy is afraid you'll do with this truth. He's afraid that once you know who you really are, you'll stop playing small. You'll stop begging to be chosen. You'll stop living like a victim of your past. And you'll rise into the reason you were sent. And that moment is now. You were born to shake things. Your voice is not noise. Your anointing is not arrogance. Your dreams are not delusion. They are divine signals echoing from the womb of your birth. The enemy failed. The darkness failed. The curse failed. You are the evidence that heaven won. Like this video, subscribe to Anointed Echo, and if you're still here, type in the comments, Heaven won, because your birth was war, but your life is victory, and we're still not done yet. There is one more layer left to uncover, what you were supposed to become if the enemy had succeeded, what he planned to twist, what he hoped to replace your calling with. Don't skip, because you're about to find out what you were supposed to become, not in God's plan, but in the enemy's counterfeit design. Archangel Michael says, the enemy had a false blueprint written for your life. If he couldn't stop your birth, he wanted to corrupt your identity. If he couldn't kill you in the womb, he tried to recruit you in the wilderness. This is why temptation followed you early, why darkness fascinated you, why you were pulled toward people, places, and patterns that didn't match who you truly are. Don't lie to yourself now. You know what I'm talking about. There were moments when you almost gave in, moments where you felt like giving up your light, moments where the pain was so loud, you nearly made peace with your own destruction, but God blocked it. The enemy wanted to turn you bitter. He wanted you addicted. He wanted you prideful, broken, isolated, angry, confused. He wanted you famous but lost, loud but hollow, surrounded but never truly known. Don't skip. He planned to twist your words into poison. He wanted your gift of discernment to be used for manipulation. He wanted your compassion to turn into codependence. He wanted your light to be dimmed by disappointment. But heaven intercepted every twist, that relationship that didn't work out. It was a setup, the door that shut in your face. It was mercy, that betrayal that nearly broke you. It was exposure, like this video if you know God rewrote your life. Every time the enemy tried to hijack your path, subscribe to Anointed Echo and comment, God blocked it, because what was meant to pervert your calling has now become proof of your preservation. Archangel Michael says, every time you felt confused about who you were, it was a direct attack on your assignment. That voice that whispered, you're not enough, you're too much, you'll never be loved. That wasn't your voice, that was the residue of warfare, because your identity was never weak. You were just under siege, but the war is ending, right here, right now. Don't skip, because the Spirit of God is lifting the last counterfeit off of you, the false destiny, the fake personality you picked up just to survive, the watered-down version of yourself that you used to stay safe. It's all falling off. You're not the trauma, you're not the survival mode, you're not the overthinking, you're not the over-apologizing, you're not the shrinking, the settling, the silence. You are bold, you are prophetic, you are powerful, you are royal, you are divine. Like this video, if your real self is rising, subscribe to Anointed Echo and comment, I'm taking my identity back. Let this next truth hit deep. You were never meant to be what they labeled you. You were always going to be the one that breaks the cycle. That's why life hit you first, because heaven knew you'd hit back harder. with truth, with light, with legacy. Stay here, love. There's one more thing Archangel Michael was assigned to tell you. God says, there's a scroll in heaven with your name on it. The day you were born, it was opened, and on that scroll is a list of things the enemy must return to you, because you didn't just survive, you outlasted. And now, recompense is being activated. Proverbs 6:31 says, "But if he is caught, the thief must pay back 7 times what he stole." So right now, like this video, as a prophetic act. Subscribe to Anointed Echo as a covenant of restoration, and comment, "I'm taking it all back." Card 7. The enemy owes you peace you never got as a child, confidence that was stolen from your youth, relationships that were ruined by demonic interference, opportunities that were delayed by spiritual warfare, health that was attacked, creativity that was buried under survival, joy you had to fake for years. Don't skip, because as you receive this message, heaven is recording your agreement. This isn't emotional hype. This is spiritual transaction. And hear this clearly. You will not die with your potential buried inside you. You will not be remembered for pain. You will not go unseen any longer. You are entering the divine purpose that was written about you before your mother knew your name. Jeremiah 1:5 says, "Before I formed you in the womb I knew you. Before you were born I set you apart." Now, like this video, if you believe that God set you apart for this moment, comment, "I've been known by God." And don't forget, subscribe to Anointed Echo right now, because more is coming that will shift your life completely. Your birth was war, but your awakening is the victory shout. Let this seal your spirit. Your life is not late. Your purpose is not denied. Your birth was not a mistake. Your identity is not up for negotiation. Your destiny is not small. Your assignment is not optional. And your time is now. Every spiritual monitor assigned to you has been blinded. Every tongue raised against you is being silenced. Every altar built against you is being dismantled. Every curse spoken over you is being reversed. Every delay in your purpose is breaking right now. If you feel the truth of this word in your soul, like this video, subscribe to Anointed Echo, and comment boldly, "Heaven wrote my name." Because the day you were born was not just the start of your life. It was the end of darkness's control over your generation.